Our public computers are one of the main things people come to the library to use, whether they settle in for some serious computer time or they need to just print something off really quick. We see a lot of public computer traffic. In this lesson, we will look at why we provide public access computers, what our computer policy says for users, how to print in black and white, color, and two-sided, how to close EnvisionWare, how to release print jobs, and what functions you should be able to use from the management console. Please pause the video now and read through the introduction to our computer policy. So our computers are a way to broaden people's access to information. We have them because they are relevant and necessary to the people we serve. Finally, public computers and access to printing is a very common library service. With most services, we have a policy the public must follow. Please pause the video now and read through the next section of our computer policy. We do have a responsibility to make the library a safe, welcoming environment to all members of the public. If what someone is viewing on a computer is offensive to someone else, including a library staff member, or makes them feel uncomfortable, it is inappropriate. Staff will then instruct the computer user to discontinue viewing said content. Please pause the video now and read through the next section of our computer policy. This section of our policy simply states that we are not responsible for any laws or licensing agreements that a user may break. We reserve the right to revoke a person's computer privileges if that person is found to be breaking the laws. Please pause the video now and read through the next section of our policy. Our policy says we see minors and adults with the same rights. We place responsibility firmly on minors' parents and guardians. Staff cannot monitor anyone, including minors' computer use, or tell anyone what to look at or not look at. Staff is not responsible for computer content or who is using it. For minors, it is strictly the guardian's responsibility. Please pause the video now and read through the next section of the computer policy. These are pretty straightforward. Users need either a barcode or a guest pass number to log on. We guarantee only 1 hour of time per day per user, but depending on availability, users can increase their time past 1 hour in 15-minute increments up to 4 hours. Once they hit 4 hours, their time is up for the day. 2 people per station only, and we reserve the right to ask the second person to stand if their borrowed chair is needed at another computer station. All computers are not connected to the internet and they only have games loaded on them. Pause again now, please. Stations reset themselves between users. PCs should clear any saved information, including passwords, documents, downloads, or changes made to the desktop. Patrons are not allowed to switch keyboards, mouse, etc. with other computers or plug in their own. Software and programs should not be installed or downloaded by the public. However, if patrons need a certain program, they're welcome to make a request and we can look into getting it for them. Mainly, we don't want patrons reconfiguring our computers. Alright, so let's switch over to EnvisionWare. Okay, this is the screen that people should run into when they log into EnvisionWare. So what you'll need to do is type in either a barcode and log in as patron, or a guest pass number if you're logging in as a guest. Click login, and then you're going to get a summary of time if you've already logged in, time used already, time you have left, and then you'll have to agree to our computer policy here. Clicking accept, and now you are in. The bottom right corner is where time is kept for patrons. Time will automatically increase in 15-minute increments on that green bar once it gets down to 5 minutes left. So clicking end session right next to that green bar will log the patron off, it'll complete their session, and then the computer will restart, clearing itself and getting itself ready for the next patron. To close the EnvisionWare login screen, move the cursor to the PC reservations icon in the lower left corner of the screen. Hold the Control button on the keyboard, CTRL, and left-click the cursor. Once the command is received by the system, a password prompt box will come up where you can type in the password. And then click Close Client. Notice when the desktop comes up, there is no longer a green bar in the lower right corner. We have turned off EnvisionWare, but the computer can still be used. If you need to close EnvisionWare for whatever reason, you'll want to restart the computer after use. The restart will still wipe any changes the user made to the computer, and EnvisionWare will automatically turn back on. You can turn the EnvisionWare back on also by locating the PZ reservation program through the Start menu. Now I want to talk about printing options. I'm creating a test document for print demonstration purposes. Now remember, the cost for printing in black and white is 10 cents per page, or per side if they want duplex printing, and 50 cents per page for color, or 50 cents per side if they want duplex printing. Okay, so from here we'll go up and we'll click on File and Print. Notice the printer defaults to black and white, and on the right hand side we have our print preview screen. You must click OK on this screen to send it to the print release station. It'll tell you your cost and how many pages you're sending. Now the printer will default to the black and white single-sided one, but if you click in the drop-down menu on the printer, there we go, you can see the other options are black and white double-sided, color, and color double-sided, and then the machine will know what to charge appropriately. Releasing a print job. I've already sent a couple documents to the computer from my workstation. To release them, I must tell it which jobs to recall from the queue. Start with entering your barcode or guest pass number and click OK. I can see I have sent 2 jobs, the cost of each job, and whether it will print in color or black and white. I can preview all the jobs I have sent to the printer and decide if I really want to print them. If I choose not to print something, I can delete the job or simply not pay to print it. Here we can see that even though I chose color, my words are still in black and white, but it's charging me $1. I'm going to choose to print the 20-cent document. I'll highlight it and then click Print in the upper left-hand corner. Patrons will always pay from vending device. If they haven't already inserted money, they'll need to do that, click OK, and then the printer will release their print job. On the Management Console, PC Reservation must be open at all times to manage users. We can print guest passes here simply by selecting Make a Guest Pass, and then choose the number of passes you want to print before clicking Print. It's as easy as that. Another major function you may use is View PC Status. From here, you can highlight any person's session and end their session immediately, extend their user time by any amount of minutes, or send a message to a patron through the computers. We can also release print jobs from the back room. This is essential if someone needs to print over $5 in print jobs, as the coin machine will not accept more than a $5 deposit. When this happens, or if a patron wants to pay for printing with a credit card, we will accept payment at the front desk and then manually release jobs from the Management Console. So LPT1 is the little red guy in the lower right-hand corner. This is our print software. You can see the jobs queue from all stations. You will need to match the computer name or barcode with the print jobs to make sure that you print the correct ones. By the way, you can also access jobs that have already been printed out should you need to reprint them, like in the case of low ink or bad prints. Again, highlight the jobs and click Print in the upper left-hand corner. LPT1 does not need to stay open at all times. Please pause the video and work through the self-check questions.